We're publishing today our city's first ever heat plan. And what it sets out is what we should be doing with our partners to make sure our city is ready for more frequent heat waves, working with councils, working with businesses, working with the NHS, working with the fire brigade, working with the police, working with charities, working with community organisations to make sure we're ready. Some of this will require additional money. Some of this we can do with additional budgets. I think there needs to be both passive and active responses in terms of the new norm. There's going to be a passive response, bigger windows, better shading, making sure homes are better designed, refurbishing homes. There's going to be active steps taken as well, air-conditioned units, particularly think about schools and hospitals and places of work where it can be really hard to work with temperatures north of 35 degrees Celsius. We've got to make sure we use every tool in our cool toolkit to make sure London is ready for the new norm, which is more extreme heat waves and more frequent. We're seeing records broken. The hottest May in record last month. Yesterday was the hottest June day in record. Last night was the hottest June night in record. Last year was the hottest year on record. These aren't blips. This is the new norm. So one of the things this report tells us is there are 1 million homes that are at risk of extreme heat. There are more than 1,600 schools that are in areas which means they're in danger of extreme heat. More than 50 hospitals, more than 350 care homes as well. They're our priority when it comes to action to adapt our city. Head teachers know their schools best. Head teachers know their kids best. Head teachers know the circumstances of their families best. I know some head teachers who realise that actually a school is cooler than some kids' homes, and I'm hoping that we see more examples of excellent head teachers using common sense to advise whether their school stays open or not. No, I've got the best job in politics. I love Andy Burnham and Keir Starmer as I do. Look, on a personal level, you know, I'm really sad that Keir's resigned. I think he transformed the Labour Party when he took over after a devastating general election defeat in 2019, our worst result since 1935. He made us match fit, but also helped us win a general election 2 years ago. Over the last 2 years, he's delivered rights for renters, rights for workers, a reduced waiting list in the National Health Service, invested in London, lifted children out of poverty. But we saw the elections in May, and I think Keir's responded to that. I'm looking forward to working with Andy Burnham as the new Prime Minister. He's a friend. We were in cabinet together, we were in shadow cabinet together, we were Metro Mayors together, and I've set him up for a few goals as well, so I'm sure he'll remember that when he's Prime Minister. Look, I'm not sure why I'm living rent-free inside President Trump's head. I'm not quite clear why this man appears to have a crush on me. All I would say is it could be because I'm the mayor of a progressive, multicultural, liberal, successful city. Last week, London won the Lee Kuan Yew Prize as the world's best city. That's probably why President Trump is so upset.
Well, it's a real challenge for our frontline crews because we're very much on the front line when it comes to dealing with a changing climate, and particularly this week is a really good example of the challenges that the London Fire Brigade has had to face. So on Monday night, we're dealing with flash flooding, and we had 400 calls in the space of 6 hours. And then towards the end of this week, as you're experiencing today, we're dealing with temperatures of 35, 36, 37 degrees. Yesterday, I think, was the hottest June on record, and our firefighters are going out and they're dealing with our normal activity, but they're doing it in 35, 36, 37 degree heat, as well as dealing with wildfires and grass fires as a result of a change in temperature. Well, the key thing within the Heat Ready plan for us is around the emergency response section, preparedness and resilience. This is about new kit and equipment. It's about the vehicles that you see behind you. It's about having a real collaborative approach to how we deal with the impact of a changing climate. And we're as I was saying right at the beginning, we're on the front line of dealing with wildfires or flash flooding. So we want to work with partners to do everything that we can to make London as resilient as it can be to a changing climate and the different temperatures and the different types of incidents that we're having to deal with. Well, I'm really grateful for the investment that's come from the Mayor and the GLA into the new kit and equipment and vehicles that you see here today. We've got to keep reviewing what we've got. We've got to understand what the challenges are both today and in the medium and longer term. And if we think we're going to need more resource to be able to deal with it, then we will be absolutely clear about that, both with the Mayor and the GLA and with central government. But we're getting the funding at the moment, which you see in the new kit and equipment and vehicles that we've got, but we've got to keep reassessing that to make sure that we've got what we need to deliver the services that Londoners expect.